This is May Yo Silvers, an event planner and event strategist with over 20 years of experience helping Fortune 500 companies to plan their in-person event, and also 6 to 8 figure coaches and consultants to help them plan and strategize on their ticketed in-person event. Today, I want to share a case study with you. It's actually an event that I'm in the process of planning for a client. The moral of the story, just to give you a heads up so you can decide whether you want to watch this video, it's about knowing your event space. You got to know how much square footage is required to accommodate your event's needs based on the type of setup that you want. When I sent out an RFP, request for proposal to a venue, I'm extremely specific to the point that I write down what type of setup that I want for the meeting, and also the stage size, and also any other things that I know is going to take up space at the event space. Why do I need to be so specific? If you're not that specific and you just said that you need a room for 50 people and you want a classroom style, for instance, or banquet rounds, then the venue will assign you a space based on what you wrote. And then you decide that I actually need a space for a stage, and I also need some space for exhibitors, but you did not put that in the request. So when they assign you the space, they are assigning you a space that can fit 50 people banquet rounds or 50 people classroom style. They are not thinking about you will need space for your screen, your stage, your LCD projector, and how much space you need to throw the throw lens for your LCD projector, and also space for your exhibitors because you didn't tell them. So if you are not diligent in this, being diligent in being very specific in what you need for your event, and you hire a planner and your planner was not specific as well, guess what's going to happen? The proposal sent by the venue will send you a space or assign you a space that exactly can fit the number of people that you say you need and the type of setup that you say you want for your event. So they send you a proposal, they tell you the food and beverage minimum, the room rates, the sleeping room rates, etc. And because you thought that they will do their due diligence and give you the space that you need, you trust them. And then you sign a contract. When you arrange for a site inspection, you go look at the space, you realize that, oh my God, this space is too small. I can't fit everything in here. Guess what's gonna happen? Then there's a lot of scramble, okay? That means your venue will have to look for another space for you if that's available. And then you will be slapped a higher fee because it's a last minute request, a higher F&B minimum, and a room rental. So if you are not doing your due diligence or you are not familiar with the square footage required for the type of space setup that you need, then you need to do your homework. You need to familiarize yourself with how much space a particular type of setup require, and then you've got to be very, very detailed on your request for proposal, your RFP. Or if you hire a planner to do all that, this person has to go the extra mile to double check that the proposal sent by the venue actually fits the event space, the needs that you want, to the way that you want your event to be set up. That's exactly what happened to my client. So in this case study, when I received the RFP, the proposal, I look at the event space. On surface, it does fit based on their capacity chart. It does fit the number of people and the type of setup that she wants. But it doesn't fit. It would not fit the number of people that she wants to have at the event once we put in the stage, once we put in the projector. And this is something that a lot of my clients prior to hiring me or hiring a planner, they didn't know. And then they have to add on this additional space after the contract is signed, and it adds on extra costs that you did not budget for when you're doing your pricing for your ticket. So all these are unforeseen costs, and it creates a lot of hassle and financial stress as well. If you hire a planner, they should know, they need to know the square footage is able to accommodate the space, the event setup that you want for your event. Unfortunately, I know for a fact that a lot of event planners do not know that. How can I say that I know? Because I was the director of catering and conference services for several high-end hotels. And I also did several hotel openings. So I need to know how much space can fit how many people and what type of setup. Whenever time you go to a website and you see the capacity chart, okay, floor plan, I had to create that. So in order for me to sell that space, I need to create all that. So now I'm on the other side of the equation. I'm able to immediately look at the square footage that the venue proposed for that space for my client. Immediately I know, no, this is not going to fit. That means they ignore what I put on the RFP, that how big is my stage and how many exhibitor tables I need to fit. A lot of times they just think that, okay, you got 50 people, you need a crescent round setup, you want a banquet round setup, sure, no problem, I can fit you in. But they forgot to take into consideration all the other things like dance floor, okay, if you do a social event. These are the things that you as a client, if you're not hiring a planner, you need to be aware of. And if you're hiring a planner, make sure your planner knows what they are doing. Once again, we are still accepting clients, not 100% for full planning, but if you need help on just contract negotiation and also to do sourcing, that's what we do best. If you want full planning, we may be able to find a slot to add you in, but whatever capacity you need us for, we'll be able to help after we have a conversation. And then if you want your team to plan it, but they're not fully equipped with the knowledge, we also have a course, a 4.5-hour course that we teach from A to Z how to plan a ticketed in-person event. So just send me a DM and let me know how we can help you.